Hello everyone, and today we are going to look at my build for my Blackmagic Micro Cinema Camera G1. This is the original 1080p cinema camera, and a few people have been interested in the build, so we're going to go through the complete setup now. Hopefully you guys will find this enjoyable, and I will link all the parts that I can in the description should you want to buy them. So first of all, we have the Blackmagic Micro. Now you all know what a micro looks like. The cage I have on here is the XLCS cage by Will van Tarden, and this cage retails at about £159. Will has kind of gone for a full professional type of cage design here, so you can rig it out into a big camera. So on the micro cage at the moment, on the XLCS cage, we have a few things. I've got a small rig NATO rail, slim NATO rail with a 15mm rod. Got a NITC Arri rosette on the side, but you can use any Arri rosette type of adapter on the side here. Another small rig NATO rail on the back, and I've got, I believe this is small rig, this V-mount plate. I'm sure it's a small rig one. And that's about it for what I have on the micro cage itself. In here, you can see the VGA breakout pins, and this is for the CGpro control box. And this box actually is, I'm not going to be using this anymore. We're going to modify this one to do something else. So at the moment I'm just using this, and if you're wondering what this cable is sticking out, I'll explain that in a second. The first thing I'm going to attach is this U-Rig monitor mount. You can get similar on AliExpress at the moment, but I believe that the U-Rig one might not be available. But I'll see what I can find and I'll put a link. Now this one just slides onto the front NATO rail here, the slim one. And because this kind of sits tight, I have to keep this kind of loose at the beginning. And then what I do after is then I just, once I've got it on, I will tighten up this screw on the left a little bit. And then I will tighten this one down, move this over to get it into position, right in the center, and then tighten it up. Now I don't plan on taking this off, so it's fine that it's kind of raised a little bit like that, and then no, it's hard. You can't take that off basically, it's not gonna come off. Then I will connect the CGpro controller. So let me just show you that. There's two types of CGpro controllers. There's one that works directly with LANC straight away, but this one is the one that comes with the controller board, so it doesn't work with the Ursa handle. So I had to take it apart and just do some modifications inside. I think you can still get them from CGpro, the smaller one. I think they've got a couple left in stock at about £35. And then this one just connects into the VGA adapter, and then I just screw that in here. So that's that sticking out like that. The next thing I'm going to put in is this 15mm rod with this little cold shoe adapter thing here. This is Will's 15mm rod, which can actually screw into the front right here. But I don't want this on the bottom, I actually want this on the top. So that goes there, just like that. Then I'm going to put on the base plate. Now the base plate is just a small rig, cheap base plate here with a couple of 15mm rods. I've got another 15mm rod adapter holder here, and I've just got a 3D printed lens support. Now I do have metal ones, but I made this one because it's much smaller, so much lower profile, but you can use any rod support here. And there's my rod mount plate on there. And then I've also got a small rig base plate here, and this one goes onto my free Blazer tripod, and I'm going to put this on the bottom as well. So that's my tripod plate on the bottom. So we've got a couple of cables now, D-tap cables, and this is Will van Tarden's cable, and this one has got the lock-in screw here to D-tap, and then we've just got a basic one here at the back for the monitor. And then we'll put on the Moman V-mount battery. Now this battery is just a normal black battery, but I've put a few stickers on there just to, because it got a bit beat up over the years. I've been using this for about 2 years now. Might be even more. But it's worked really well, and it still holds a solid charge. So yeah, this is the one I kind of use at the moment. And as you can see, I've got mine facing this way. I prefer it this way because it kind of fills it out. So now we've got the Ursa handle. And as I said, I had to make the modification because this handle wouldn't work on the original port. So I had to modify it. And now I can put the Ursa handle on. And then this cable will plug straight into the lank, which I put on here. And then now we've got record, run, stop, or focusing and stuff like that on here as well. And here we have like a normal cheap wheel handle. This is a wheel handle from Amazon, or you can find these on AliExpress. I'll put links to Amazon so you can find them there, but it cost me about £18. And that's the wheel handle. So as I said, yeah, they're kind of dumb. You might look at it first and think like, what's the point? But these are actually quite nice as a top handle if you've got like a really small rig, like an FX3 or something like that. But they're also nice and small that if you just want to get a nice little grip on the side without having another big handle, yeah, very, very handy. Now, when I first showed the rig at the beginning of the video, you would have seen this handle, and this is a snap rig handle, very cheap. I think I paid about £22 for this or something, and I like it because it's adjustable, so you can really balance out your camera rig with this. But this one, it sits kind of close to the front. I've moved it backwards and forwards, and it works reasonably well. But I bought this one instead from Amazon, and this cost me, I think, about £22 or so, something like that. Now, when I first put this one on, it didn't actually feel right because it made the rig feel a bit front heavy. But then once I held it in my hand, it just feels so nice to hold and really, you know, nice control over the camera. Like when you're holding it, it feels safe and secure. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this one on there. So let's get the monitor on and kind of sort out these cables a little bit. So the monitor will just screw on the front. This is a Portkeys LH7P. Normally I wouldn't go for something like a 7-inch or, you know, bigger than a 5.5 really, but this has been so handy that yeah, it's gonna stay on here. And then I'm just gonna plug the monitor cable into the bottom D-tap. Right, so that's in now, and the cable's tied it up. And then I can just plug the monitor in underneath here. And then the HDMI cable, which I probably should have put in before the Ursa handle, but let me see if I can squeeze this one in. Should go in. Right, that took me a minute to get in there. And then I'll just run the cable somewhere down here, under here, and then straight into the camera here. And then one of my favorite lenses for the micro, which is the SLR-Magic. Love this lens for the micro, man. Absolutely fantastic. SLR-Magic 12mm Hyper Prime 1.6. Yeah, T1.6, yeah. So that's the lens on there, and that is the final rig, all done and dusted. So that's it, that's the rig build, and I will show you some footage which I shot on this on the next video when I do the small rig light, the RC220. Absolutely fantastic Blackmagic Micro is, you know, still a beast of a camera in 2024. And we've got some special bits coming for this as well. And one of them I'll show you now, which is called the Black Frost, which is being designed with Filmatura. It's based off of the GDU cartel handle, but yeah, it's going to be absolutely amazing with record trigger handle as well. So that's it, guys. Thank you, take care, and I'm off to shoot something now. Later.